The Financial Survival Network, helping you to survive and thrive in the new economy. Get your free financial survival toolkit and find out where to buy gold and silver safely at great prices. Sign up at financialsurvivalnetwork.com. This is the Financial Survival Network.
1490 WGCH. This is Kerry Lutz, and you're listening to the Financial Survival Network, which is brought to you by Miles Franklin. They've been in business selling gold since 1990, and I'm a customer because when you buy, they ship. To find out more, go to milesfranklin.com or call them at 800-822-8080 and get a free quote.
And we talk a lot about precious metals on the show, about buying them in stores, how you get them, how you ship them. Well, my next guest, who is a listener to the show, has one-upped us. He went gold panning in Alaska, and he's here to talk about it. And if you've got something you want to talk about, just get in touch, and we'll have you on as well. Marty Fox, how are you?
Oh, excellent. You, Gary?
Hey, we're doing great. You know, we've been so busy. We just came back from Freedom Fest in Vegas and haven't stopped moving. But when I heard you went gold panning in Alaska, I said, I got to talk to this guy because my great aunt moved to a place, this is in the 50s or early 60s, married a guy from Alaska, and she was like north of Juneau, or north of Nome. It's in the middle of nowhere, and her husband actually worked in the gold mines in Alaska.
Wow.
And there was gold left in the mines, but it was uneconomical at $35 an ounce. But now they're going to reopen that mine. So how'd you wind up gold panning? And tell us a little bit about your experiences with it.
Sure. What happened is myself and my wife, we have 4 kids, and we've been married 21 years. It's been 15 years since we went away together, just by ourselves. And after 15 years, you kind of need a week alone.
Yeah.
So we looked into...
you earned it.
Oh, yeah. 4 kids, 2 big or 2 little, but it's busy. But her mother works for a cruise line, so we get the family discount, about 50% off. So we're in Vancouver, not far from Alaska, so we just decided to take a week off and go on a cruise up to Alaska. And that's unbelievable up there. Beautiful scenery, and everyone should do it. I'm 43, and she's almost 41, and we felt like we were 18 again.
Really?
She kept me out dancing late at night, and it was fun. It was great.
Last frontier, huh?
Yeah. So we decided to look at some of the excursions, and I'm definitely a gold and silver bug. And I see one of the excursions was gold panning in Juneau. And I'm like, sorry, honey, but we're doing this no matter what. And she's a great wife. She was happy to do it just to make me happy. And it was, like I say, it was just great. And we got to Juneau, and of course it was raining. So we knew we'd be gold panning in the river, but my wife was still good enough to go along with it. And the weather may have scared people because I think on our boat there was just over 800 people.
Wow.
And only 8 of us decided to go panning. It's like, yeah, maybe the rain scared it, but no, it was great.
How far away from where you docked was the site where you went panning?
About a 20-minute drive. Yeah, it wasn't very far at all.
What was the temperature in Alaska when you were there?
Oh, it was cold and rainy. You have to wear a rain jacket for sure. Don't know exactly what it was, but the whole cruise was pretty rainy. But that's okay. We're relaxing. So
you're on vacation, right?
Yeah,
so
we're relaxing.
So how many ounces of gold did you find?
Well, I didn't get to hold a 12-ounce nugget.
Really?
But but I didn't find it. That was one of the stores after. Actually, I got a picture of it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's one of the biggest nuggets ever found up there.
And nuggets,
and of course, it's pure.
And nuggets are worth more than just
pure,
regular
it's not
gold.
Refined. Yeah, she had a price tag of about $30,000 on it, so I have to pass on that one.
which is about double the melt value.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. Yeah, well, that's interesting in that salvage gold from Spanish galleons and nugget gold both go for around close to double their melt value, meaning that if gold's $1,600 an ounce, they're selling for $3,200 an ounce. And it's real interesting. And there's nothing as beautiful as a gold nugget, is there?
No, it's unbelievable. Yeah, gold fever, when you see it, it gets you. That's for sure.
Think about when you got your first ounce of gold or silver. It's somehow changes you in a way that I can't explain. You know what I mean?
Oh, it does. How I got in gold and silver back in 2008, when the recession hit, I lost about $10,000 on my RSPs. And so I started, pretty well in a couple of weeks. It was kind of scary, right? So I started looking on the internet, and then felt like God was leading me to do something else, and I found Jason Hommel's website. And so right away I started buying some silver and gold and got sick of being in debt. And then after 20 years of owning a house, everyone thought we were crazy, but we doubled our money and we decided to sell. Because, you're living week to week and check to check in the rat race. And since then, I've turned a lot of that money into gold and silver. Of course, physical, which is the best. And it just feels safer, freer. It's real money. And when you pay off $250,000 in debt, the weight that goes off your shoulders, it's just amazing. It controls your life. And it was just life-changing. And my wife was great, and she went along and trusted me with it. And it was just awesome.
No longer a debt slave, huh?
Yeah, no longer. Nope.
So
don't owe a nickel, and that's the best way to go. I mean, we were fortunate. We doubled our money. But even if you're in debt and you can't sell your house, I mean, even everyone can afford an ounce of silver every payday.
Yeah,
and little bit by little bit, you're getting out of the system and just getting freer real money. And yeah, I just totally believe in it. I've kind of talked to a few people and got them to start doing it too, and it just feels good. It's just real. I think it's God's money, and that's how. If you follow God, you can't lose.
Well, I definitely agree with you that that getting out of debt, there's a good feeling about it. And when you're holding that money in the palm of your hand, it's real. It's not somebody's promise to pay. There's no counterparty risk. God already undertook the counterparty risk, so you don't have to have it. Getting back to panning, have you ever done it before?
I've done it at a couple of local, like there's Britannia Beach Mine. They're an old mine that shut down and they do tourism, so they they teach you to do a little bit of gold panning. And I actually have a gold pan. I haven't really been able to use it. You can do it in some rivers probably about 4 hours from here. So once my kids get a little bit older, I'd like to go start doing it, on some long weekends. And you can even stake some claims out here still.
Really?
I just love to do that. I know a couple of people that do it. And I'm definitely gonna. I tell you, when you find one little flake, it's like, wow. I mean, it's maybe a 50-cent flake, but just the joy of finding it is pretty cool.
So what'd you find in Alaska? Did you come across any flakes?
Yeah, what they did is we went to this place. It was an excursion from the cruise, and then they kind of showed you the demonstration how to find it. And then they gave everyone a pan with dirt in it, and there's some in it already. So then what you do is they try to teach you how to find it. And then when you find a couple of flakes, and then you have some free time to go in the river and start finding it yourself. And I did get quite a few flakes, maybe about 8 or 9 altogether. Obviously not a great thing, but just the experience of you really finding it and learning how to do it, and you can take that with you. And you can just imagine what the people 100 years ago that were there doing it. Wow. It's just amazing. And the one thing up there, Kerry, is they've never found a lode, and they don't know if it's all worn away or if it's just never been found. But there's definitely some up there still, and who knows, they could find a lode one day and really get going again.
There's so much gold that hasn't been discovered in these underexplored, isolated areas. I was to a conference recently in, I guess it was Yukon. It was a Yukon conference. I wasn't there. They came to New York, and there were 5 or 6 different companies, and they all had sizable claims. A lot of them were claims that were abandoned in the past that they're now redeveloping because of the price of metals. And I don't believe we're going to go to a situation where you're going to have a glut of gold, but I do believe that 5-10 years down the road, you will see discoveries kicking in and production going up. How much? Anybody's guess. Can't say. It's really interesting, and I kind of envy you that, but when I get out to California next time, I'm going to try doing it. I think outside of San Francisco, you can go. People are staking claims. They're by the rivers. And who knows, if you find a little nugget, man, that's got to be a real trip.
Oh, yeah. It's just unbelievable. And I bought a gold panning manual a couple of years ago, and I read it, and it actually says 98% of the gold's still in the crust of the earth. I mean, it's out there.
Yep.
And with the price going up, more and more people are doing it. I know there's that reality show happening. up in Alaska, and more people are doing it. It's becoming effective, and no, it's just cool. One other cool thing we did up there is after Juneau, we went to Skagway, and we took an 8-hour excursion, and I went through the Gold Rush Trail up to the Yukon, and then it was like a bus ride up to the Yukon, and then we took the White Pass train back, and that was unbelievable. But our tour guide was just telling us about it and what it was like there 100 years ago, and it took people 3 months to get to the Yukon.
Really?
And it was, and it was like 90 below with the wind going in there and through the winter. And there's a place called Torture Terrain they had to walk through. It's just rocks everywhere. And my wife actually hurt her ankle walking just on a little bit of it. Wow. The one cool thing that really struck me is he said about 100,000 people went up there when the gold rush started. And about 3,000 people only made it through. And out of that, maybe only a couple of hundred actually got rich. The one thing he said that struck me is that a lot of people, they quit because when they got up there, they found themselves. They're just out in the beauty. They got away from the rat race. And after a while, it didn't matter. It was just finding themselves. And that's how I feel, learning to try to get out of debt and invest in real money. And you kind of do. You just get out of debt because debt just overhangs you and compresses you down. And you just feel free and you find yourself and you can live freer.
Yeah.
No, it's just really cool.
Yeah, there's a certain freedom in not having any debt and a certain feeling of servitude when you do have it. But as long as you have your insurance policy, you're probably going to be okay. Anyway, Marty, hey, thanks so much for coming on the financialsurvivalnetwork.com. We're really happy to have spoken with you. And if you get a big strike, let us know. And if you need some investors, we're available.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. But, Kerry, do yourself a favor and go up there and do it. And it's really cool.
I'm going to try to.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to do it. And it's great talking to you, Marty. Thanks so much for being on the show. And we wish you the best of luck in your gold pursuits and all your other pursuits.
I will. And thank you very much, Gary, for letting me talk to you about it.